I've heard from so many people who have tried implementing Profit First. Yeah, I love the concept. I love Mike Michalowicz. And I also just didn't keep it up. My name is Amber Duggar. I'm the founder of Profit for Keeps. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why YNAB is perfect for Profit First. So I found very early on, YNAB was to be the most amazing budgeting software. I used it way before I started a business. And after leaving corporate and becoming a health coach and moving to Bali, Indonesia, I had a very clear goal of making sure I knew exactly where my cash was. So I used YNAB way in the very beginning of my business. But what I didn't have implemented at the time was a concept called Profit First. Now this was back in 2015. The book had just been self-published. I was told by a business coach, you might want to read this. I think it's really cool. So I read up to the 3rd chapter and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the missing piece. And so I knew exactly how I was going to implement it using YNAB. As you may know, YNAB is an envelope software system and Profit First is an envelope system. So why the heck are they not put together? So we've been using this system for years and years now, and now we've helped hundreds of business owners implement YNAB with Profit First in a framework that we call Profit for Keeps. So I'm here today to, one, just say YNAB is amazing for Profit First, especially if you don't want to have the extra bank accounts, if you want to be able to have one place to look at everything, and 3, if you want to be able to use the system completely, not just your business, but also having a budgeting system for your personal. Now, I believe very much in expansive budgeting. So what the heck does that mean? That means that it is not a restrictive process. It is not a process where you are holding on to all your cash, not spending it. It's really just an organizational tool that lets you look at your money in a way that allows you to see what the potential is and make sure that your revenue is really driven by what matters most to you. So I love Profit First with YNAB because I can see all of my expenses in my business laid out one by one, and I can see where my cash is sitting and how many months I have available for those expenses. So in Profit for Keeps, which is basically Profit First and YNAB together, and yes, I'm wearing my YNAB t-shirt today, it is allowing you to reverse engineer your revenue goals so that you know exactly how much money you want to be bringing in for your life, what you really care about, and what your business expenses are. And then it allows you to see, is my revenue goal really going to match my current ability to make money? Are my packages going to allow me to make that money? Is my business model allowing me to make that money? And that allows you to make some tweaks if you need to, which is so important, right? Because if you don't have a clear revenue goal, you're going to end up feeling like you're on a hamster wheel, because we're all going to be working hard. But if we're working hard towards the wrong goal, it can really cause some frustration. And I definitely don't want that for you. So the first part of it is calculating a clear, purposeful, intentional, and expansive revenue goal. The second part of it is then implementing your personal budget into YNAB. So taking everything that you want to be able to pay for from your business with your paycheck and putting it into YNAB in a personal budget so that you can say, okay, I'm now going to learn how to use YNAB. I'm going to learn how to ensure that the money that I have in my bank has a job. So in other words, that the money that you have sitting there isn't just sitting there. You're not just looking at the balance, but you actually have a way to easily organize it so that you can see how much cash you have right now for expenses coming up. And once you get a handle of YNAB, which there is a bit of a learning curve, so we have some really amazing support for that if you ever decide to look into our program. But regardless, YNAB has some amazing support as well. And once you figure out YNAB, then the next piece of it is implementing a separate budget where you can put all of your business expenses in there. And the kicker is you have a whole separate category for Profit First. So you have profit, you have owner's pay, you have intentional taxes for yourself to be set aside so that you're not stuck with a big tax bill at the end, because I cannot tell you how many times my clients have come to me and said, I wish I had done this before. I had a $30,000 tax bill, or I had a $40,000 tax bill and I didn't have enough money to pay for that. Well, you will never be in that position using Profit First. It is such a game changer. And Profit for Keeps allows you to do all of it in YNAB. And then the last piece of it is being able to see all of your business expenses organized in YNAB in your business side. Now there's more to this. We have forecasts. We have the ability for you to be able to say, okay, if this is my revenue goal, this is the amount of cash that's coming in the next 3 months, what actions do we need to take? It allows you to be much more proactive. And honestly, you're not going to be waiting on pins and needles for your bookkeeping report anymore, because that looks backwards. And YNAB is present and looks forward. So it really is the most amazing tool for the owner of a business, the CEO, the visionary, to really be able to see and articulate the cash position of the business, the cash position of their personal expenses, but also be able to see everything and the things that really matter. Now, I have a background in finance. I came from the corporate world of finance, and I honestly thought I would never touch it again with a 10-foot pole. I thought, oh, I'm so done with the egos. I'm so done with people saying that you need to be, dependent on the finance people because they know what they're doing. That's BS. I mean, you can definitely do this. I believe so wholeheartedly that everyone is good with money. They just haven't found a system that works for them yet. And my hope is that you may have just found it. So with Profit First, with Profit for Keeps, with YNAB, it's really a game changer. And it allows you to really finally feel like you have the information that you really need. You know what your revenue goal is. You know the percentages you want to be able to organize your cash into intentional piles, such as intentional profit, intentional owner's pay, taxes for yourself, and then the business expenses all listed out. It allows you to look at that goal and compare it to the money that's going to be coming in so that you can make really great goals for yourself in terms of what you want to be able to be using your time to look at different ways that you can bring in money, change your pricing perhaps. And really, it just gives you a lot more peace. It truly does. I don't think I would still be in business without this system. I use it every week. I have clients who've used it for years and years at this point. You stick with it because it works. So I have a really exciting opportunity at the time of this recording. We are going to be doing some live master classes. The first one's going to be September 12th. We have another one on the 14th and a final one on the 16th. These are live. There will not be replays. So make sure that if you are watching this at the time of this recording or soon after, to go ahead and sign up for one of those master classes. You will not be disappointed. I've literally been told by so many people, you should be charging for this, like a lot. And I just feel so confident that every business owner, regardless of what place you are in, needs this information. Because the more people that we have that are profitable, the more that we have the ability to put the money in things that really matters, that make change, positive change. And I want you to be one of those individuals and join the Profit for Joy movement. My name is Amber Duggar. I'm the founder of Profit for Keeps. I am so happy that you found this video. If you feel called, please hit the like. It really helps get this video out to more people. And subscribe, because we have some really awesome content here. This video was prompted because someone reached out to me, is that the right way to say it, from Instagram, and she is a financial planner. And she is wanting to become a Profit First professional, which I am a mastery level Profit First professional. And she also is interested in becoming a YNAB coach. And she saw my business and she was like, I'm really interested in learning more. I love this. Do you know how much I love this? This means that we are finally getting to a place where this is really become a bigger movement, and you're part of this movement. We just did our first year of certification, so that's really great for coaching. So if you are a finance coach or money coach and you're thinking, man, I would really like to learn more about that too, we are going to be doing another round for 2024. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you in the masterclass. I'd love to hear more below if you have implemented Profit First or tried in the past and any problems that you've come across it. And one final thing that I will say is I have so many clients that come to me and say, I've tried using YNAB, it's really hard for me, or it doesn't work, or I don't know how to use it. Well, trust me, when you go through Profit for Keeps, you get all the support to help you really understand it. And it really is something that has become better and better over time. So if you tried it a few years ago, you may find that YNAB is much easier to use now. And with that, my friends, I hope to see you inside one of our master classes. And if you're watching this after the recording, know that we have future ones, so the link will still work for our wait list. All right, I hope you're doing well, and I look forward to seeing you on a future video. Talk soon.